matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
His throw incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
On 3rd down, Kelly. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, Their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. 3rd and 2, Willis. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Fourth down, Willis. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Bills' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 21 yards there, a big play on 4th down. On 1st down, Willis. That's caught by Kelly. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The Bills at 12-2 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD. And
I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A give up the middle to Kelly. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. 2nd down, Willis looks to throw here. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costs you. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Hall. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. We're scoreless after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
He'll let it fly for Austin. They've got his man complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. They run up the gut with Kelly. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
3rd down, it's Willis. Setting up the screen to Kelly. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
Here's Willis now off the play fake. And this will be a dump off for Kelly. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. From the 38, Willis flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Young showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. And that will wind up just short. He had it online. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Charger drive about to get going. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a first. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Bills are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. 41 yards on the ground for him so far.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Kelly. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
They'll hand it off to Kelly, and he'll dive forward here to make sure he gets something out of that one, but not much. Now they'll look to Willis to throw. They'll roll him out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On second down, Cook. Shifts by him, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Wilson. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run with Hall. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Greg Dulcich, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Oh, how about about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Willis. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified. Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Chigakonkwo, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action with Willis. He'll buy some time right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A give. This is Kelly. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. They run with it. It's Kelly. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll look to throw here. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack. And it's going to lead him to 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. 63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Escaping the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And that's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Paul on a give up the middle. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at 2nd down. Now Kelly. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Play action. Here's Willis. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 44, Willis looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Kelly. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. 1st and 10, Willis. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Play action, Willis. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here's the Bills' kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go again with Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Rolling to his right. Now he's stripped. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Willis, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Kelly. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Willis throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll run with Kelly. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Willis now off of play action. That's caught by Hollister. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
18 Rattler.
Willis is going to throw once more. Flush to his right. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up fourth down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Willis, fourth down, has to have it. Sliding out of the pocket. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Bills are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Kelly will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. On the counter, it's Hall. They find some open field here. Dashing through the snow. 147 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll toss it out right here to Hall. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's second and 1. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Ready up.
And they will take a knee here. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is third and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Breece Hall with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Shaun Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Chargers will add to their fourth quarter lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So quite a turn of events. This is first and goal from the 3. Kelly to try to punch it in. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. Willis to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
They're going to try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going